Talafalava and good evening, everyone. Welcome to our third episode of Tugu After Dark. Before we start, Utopia Washington and myself would like to express our gratitude and acknowledgement of the federally recognized Muckleshoot people as we gather on their traditional lands. We recognize Muckleshoot's continued presence as a strong sovereign nation and their invaluable contributions to our state history, economy, and culture. To find out more about the lands that you live on and the people who are native to those lands who help take care and carry on traditions, please visit native-land.ca. That's native-land.ca. And without further ado, I'm so excited to introduce our guest for tonight. Um, we have a full history, but a very short history because I haven't known her for too long. But the time that we've known each other, she has just been amazing. I was a fan before I was a friend. She is a content creator. She is a advocate for adult adoptees. Um, and she's an all-around amazing person. Straight from the Bay, from San Francisco, we have Katarina Rose.
Salud, love everyone. I'm Hecate. I am from San Francisco, but I am from the Bay. Hey, let's get that. Nah.
Right
Um,
on.
yeah, but I am from the Bay. And as I am from the Bay, I would like to also acknowledge the land originally stewarded by the Ohlone Ramaytush people. Definitely always respect our peoples out here. Which is funny because I actually went to Ohlone College. um, but yeah, I'm Katarina Rose. Most people probably know me as the Throne Samoan. And
Mhm.
I'm so excited to see you, Brandon Falifia.
I'm happy to have you here tonight.
Thank
For
you.
for those who are viewing and who don't know our relationship, we actually met. Well, I was a fan of you because I followed your Instagram and I followed your TikTok, and you're very popular amongst the PI social media community, but also just amongst the PI community as well. But Katerina, how was your day? How was your week? How was your year?
Whew, my day was busy as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, the week has been filled with a lot of stress. A lot of
Mhm.
stress. The year, honestly, the year has been really good. I'm glad to see like a lot of my friends, especially you, Falifia, doing all the things
Oh,
for
thank you.
Utopia. I'm really very, very happy that my friends and my family are doing like well, and I'm in a good space. I got a job, and I'm good. Yeah.
Apart, right on, amen. So I mean, we'll get to it in our second section of like how we actually got to meet. But I remember following you on social media and like knowing you from afar.
Mm.
Um, and I just wanted to ask because Ben was our last guest, and I'm sure you know Ben.
Oh, man, yes.
Exactly, but like I'm intrigued by the PI community who are like very active on social media, who
Mhm.
content create. What 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 pushed you to do that, and what inspires you to like create the videos that you create?
Oh man. I think like at the beginning it was like I was just really frustrated with like all the like ignorance of people whenever I would talk to them in public, and I just needed a platform to really just like talk my shit. It's okay for me to curse. Yeah? Is it?
I'm sorry,
Is it okay for me to curse?
bitch is after dark, of course.
Okay. I just needed to talk my shit about all these ignorant people always asking me if I'm Hawaiian, if I can do a hula for them or like do the haka. And it was really frustrating. So I was like, all right, let me talk my shit on this real quick. And then I didn't expect for it to um like blow up the way it did, because then it became like I really want to like tell people that certain cultures have certain dances and certain languages, and we're not all
Mhm.
grouped up in one thing. As much as we all respect each other, we are very different and should be acknowledged in that. And so it was just like a outlet for me to talk about all the ignorance, but also have now this platform of allowing people to understand what our Pacific Islander cultures are. We have Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian, although we don't necessarily all um, label ourselves as those things, but there's very different things. But now it's kind of cultural. Um, And I think I was kind of one of the people that was like, I'm someone enough. I am poly enough. I'm PI
Right,
enough. And
right.
just having that community of other PIs saying, I feel this way too. And I'm not going to take no shit from people who be telling me that I'm not enough.
Yeah,
You know, that's one of my biggest things is having that relationship with other people that we can feel the same. Like, we are enough, bitch. Like, don't tell us we not. Okay? The
right.
people who
Because I
make
think,
me are the same as me. But yeah.
yeah, I want to say I think the beauty in your social media and a lot of um, PI content creators is that they speak to an audience that obviously us as diasporic
Hmm.
PIs, but
Yep.
also like a lot of these trends reach home. Like
Hmm.
it's we're not as disconnected to our homelands anymore, and so
Right.
you'll see like content creators who are back home making like
Yes.
either what I mean. Forgive me because I'm not one of those content creators, but what is it called when you react? Is it a reaction to not
Oh, a
reaction, but when
reaction,
you
a duet, a
duet,
stitch.
right? I see a lot of like duets between community members who are just so far away from each other, but
Yeah.
can relate, and I love that. I did notice that there was a slight dip in your content creation.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why?
Um, I wish it was a man. No. um, it's just been like the past like year or so. It's been like pretty hard to just like sit down, make content, and be like really happy about it, just
Right.
because it's emotionally taxing. And as much as I love the people that I'm creating content for, just for personally, I've just tried to take as much time for myself um, to just deal with life. And coming out of COVID, or not coming out of COVID, we still in this thing.
Right.
Um, going back to work and things like that. I don't really have time as much as I would love to. But yeah, unfortunately, making content hasn't been like my thing. But I still do post videos. They're just
Hmm.
incredibly sporadic, and now they're in my car.
Oh, I feel that. Well,
Mhm.
I also want to ask, how was content creating during COVID? Like, what was that experience? Because it started in March of 2020,
Mhm.
and now we're ending 2021.
Mhm.
Things have gotten slightly better. People seem to get vaccinated and get their booster shots and all
Amen.
those
Take a
things.
shot.
But how has it been with that experience in your content creation?
Oh man, like when COVID first started, and then creating content for like during it, it was really nice because I was at home. I didn't have to talk to anybody. I could actually think for myself.
Right.
Uh, Again, I would like to emphasize I didn't have to talk to anybody else except myself and the camera. But it was easier not having to go out and just really think about what I wanted to say to people and what I wanted them to understand.
Right.
But now having going back to work and doing all the things doing all the things outside, it's kind of just taken away from social media, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I love still watching all the other people that continuously create content. I
Hmm.
just get to learn from everyone else, and yeah, that's
Right. There's been a huge I feel like there's been a huge blow up of content creators within the PI
mhm,
community who talk about
absolutely.
every single thing. And I think you stick out a lot because you're very vocal about your lived experience as an adoptee. You're also
Yeah.
very vocal about being an advocate for other adoptees who are adults now. But I also heard, so I want to spill the tea. I remember last we spoke, there was like some drama with the aunties.
Hmm.
Care to give us a little, just a little nibble on what that's about?
I know this is water, but pretend it's tea, okay? I mean, so I posted. So there's no nuance November,
Hmm.
and it means basically you don't have to explain like what your statement is.
Right.
And I made a few statements about adoption, and I said I first started out with it's deeply rooted in white saviorism,
Hmm.
because it is, and especially me being a transracial and an international adoptee, it's like hello, you bought me. But I didn't like explain that because I don't have to.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
you don't have to explain yourself.
no, and I also said like a lot of content creators on TikTok especially, they they are adoptive parents of brown and black children,
Mhm.
and they don't listen to any of the adult adoptees in their comment section telling them that you're using your child as clout, because they make videos of I'm not using my child as clout.
Mhm.
And gosh, what else? I basically also said that adoption is also very much just trauma. Like the act being adopted is so much trauma, and being ripped away from family, or just like not being able to see them, all the things.
Right.
But I didn't have to explain that because it's no nuance. And what
Yeah.
what my
I
aunties,
said what I said.
what I said, and I meant
Yeah.
it. What my aunties decided to do was go into my comment section, and one of them was like, and again, I do want to say I love and respect my aunties, all the things, but one of them wanted to say that this is your auntie, like, and she said, really, come on, sweetie. I was like, come on with
Mm.
what? Come on with what? Are,
Mhm.
and in my head, I'm like, are you adopted?
Mm.
Me, I am. Her is not. And I'm like, when you talk about gaslighting, it's that right there. It's like
Mhm.
invalidating whatever experiences I've had because it doesn't match with their image of what adoption should be. And
Right.
then another one of my aunties, love her, but boo, this one really, really is the gaslighting queen. Um, she was like, oh my gosh, I literally just took a picture of it just to make sure it was still there. she said,
I like the thing.
she said, She said, I know you've struggled all your life with
Mhm.
adoption, but all adoptions are not rooted in white saviorism. Love you.
Mm. Right.
I'm like, first of all, again, you're not adopted. You don't understand as an adoptee. You understand as maybe an adoptive parent, and
Mhm.
that's fine. But if you're not an adoptee and you have something to say about adoption as to what we go through, and you don't, I personally feel that your points are not valid because you haven't been through the experiences we've been through. So
Mm.
that was all the things, and I'm just like, oh, the gaslight is real out here,
Right. And
and
it's like they need it
Mhm.
should have been a comment as your family member to validate your lived
Right.
experience and not immediately just shut it down and be like, well, not all of us are like that. And I was like, well,
Mhm.
people who aren't don't really have to say that they are,
Right.
you know?
And they're of the PI community, and we all know how our PI aunties love to gaslight us about
Oh,
everything.
not the aunties, especially during Christmas
Mhm.
and the holiday season.
Mhm.
It's like a full moon for an entire season that brings it all out.
What's so funny? I'm adopted on Christmas. I was adopted on
Oh,
Christmas. Yeah, I know. My parang
that's
parents took a little plane over to Little Samoa and got me as a present.
no, not the present.
Yeah, yeah. I was
But
a little disappointed in them in that. So.
well, I do love that you. I mean, and anybody who doesn't know Katarina should know that you don't say something like that and not expect her to say something back. Like
Yeah.
you're very. I love how unapologetic you are. You speak your thoughts and you don't hold back. And I think
Mhm.
that's why a lot of our community resonates with your video, with your content creation, with the messages you send. Because there's like you range from like really funny, lighthearted stuff to some really serious subject matter that I don't think is
Mhm.
talked enough about in our community,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to adoption. There's so many levels, I guess, or ways of adoption that happen specifically within the PI community, family
Right.
within family, families to other families,
Right.
one island to another island. Um,
Amen.
the generation that you belong to of stolen children,
Mhm.
which I also want to commend you for speaking about because I don't think it was until we don't get to learn about this in our schools. We don't get
Mhm.
to learn about our own cultural history, but like I learned about it through your lived experience and how much of an advocate you are. And I just want to thank you for that because I think it's important that, and it's also cool to see that we get a lot of our education and a lot of our shared stories, the way that we share them culturally, through how we're doing it in the modern version now of how it
Right.
takes social media to share stories such as yours to now empower and inform the rest of us of what's going on or what has
Mhm.
going on, what has been going on that has been hidden from us or isn't taught to us.
Right. No, I completely feel that. I think that there's been so many things, like not even just on TikTok, that we're
Hmm.
learning so much from every person. Like, Modi TikTok really just took off, and in such a beautiful way, like with all the different hakas, if with
Hmm.
even the tamoko, people know more about it, and you know, it's just like the acceptance of culture in on your screen, and like learning about it, going through comments and being like, oh, you're looking a little ignorant. Let me tell you what's going on. Okay, don't be like, oh, what's that on their face? It's the tamoko. Thank you.
Right.
So yeah, okay. But yeah, it's really beautiful, and I'm very thankful that we have the app, and yeah, all the things.
That part. Well, speaking of TikTok, we're going to take a small commercial break before we come back and spill more tea. Our TikTok commercials are brought to you by Sasha Samuelu, our in-house COVID-19 coordinator. She is everything COVID. She helps us with getting PPE supplies to our events, PPE to all of our staff in-house. She also helps to coordinate a lot of our clinics and our vaccination and booster clinics, which we've just had, and which our second commercial will tap more into. Without further ado, we're going to take a small break with Sasha.
I done been block to block in Crocs and socks. Bounce in the whip, cock the Glock, then drop the top. It's gonna be a long day if you watch the clock. You can either put your hands down or box the chop.
Wait. This is how this works? At first I thought it sucked, but now I'm like, what?
Thanks so much for that, Sasha. Thank you, gorgeous. We love informing our
Mm.
community about all of the COVID-19 things. So, just a reminder to all of those who are watching, get vaccinated, get your boosters,
Yes.
and help our community stay safe by wearing masks and carrying around hand sanitizer. It's all over the place. And if you don't have any and you're in Washington, feel free to call Sasha, call our office. We'll provide you some. Um, and so, yeah. But back to our guest, Katarina. Could you? I want. What are you wearing? Oh, someone's
Oh.
popular.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how to make this go away. I'm so sorry.
It's
Um,
fine. It's like a Christmas jingle bell. It's fine.
well,
But who are you wearing? Who are you wearing tonight? The
so
start.
right
The
now,
audience wants to know.
what I'm wearing is a sweatshirt, a crew neck, sorry, made
Hmm.
by Love Mish, and she is our beautiful friend. And
Hmm.
this is for, gosh, it was November or no? This is when it
November, October.
was it October?
I'm
Because
not
I
too
went to
sure.
go see her,
Because I
and
also have a maroon version.
yes, it's for suicide awareness,
Hmm.
to just continue your life's journey, even though with all the things that are going on, that you can still um, keep it going. Okay, semicolon that thing and keep it going. All right.
Yes, that
And
part.
then, yeah, look, Misha's just another content creator. She's absolutely amazing, beautiful. She can dance her butt off. Oh my gosh, people me. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. It's fine.
Yeah, love Mish
Technical
is.
difficulties, but it's a Christmas jingle.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, really don't know how to turn this off. But yeah, Mish is just an amazing person and content creator,
Hmm.
and I love her. And so please go check her out. Yeah.
Yes, I love Mish. It's funny because it's we kind of all met on I forgot it again.
It's been so long.
What is the app called?
I literally knew it. I literally knew it.
Wait, what is it called?
Clubhouse. It's Clubhouse. I was gonna say Club Room.
Right. Oh, Clubhouse. Yes, that's it. That's it.
Clubhouse.
So it's funny how we all met on Clubhouse, but like again, the Pacific Islanders, we all sort of know each other in a weird way. So like Misha and I actually went to UH together. I'm pretty sure we both would have partied with each other. We just never really knew, or just didn't
Right.
remember that we introduced ourselves to each other. So it's funny that we met via Clubhouse, but we knew each other from before then, and now we know each other and stay connected because of Clubhouse. Thankfully,
Yeah.
I mean, it's that we. I think Clubhouse came at a time where um, we all kind of needed something to do.
Yeah,
Um,
because we literally were bored.
right, it was hella hyped around. ah, what like When did you join? I think I joined January, February of this year. Were you
Hmm.
already on?
I was already on it. Or
Right, right,
actually,
right.
no. I had started on it right around January, I want to say. Or no, it was December.
Okay, so you were definitely on before me because I think I was like late January, early February when I first got on. But like it blew up, like a lot of PI people were there. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it started to blow up as we like learned about the app and started to be on it.
I think it started in like a PI room, to be honest. I think I met you in a, was it a PI room?
It had to have been because I didn't go into like any other random rooms. I just looked for rooms that had like Pacific Islander content or like subject
Hmm.
matter. And
I
it's
think
funny
it's
because
great.
like now I feel like I keep up with a lot of folks that I've met on TikTok via TikTok back home in Hawaii, all
Hmm.
along the West Coast. But like I don't use the app anymore. It's on my phone and I'll look at it and I'll log on and be like, who's on? Nobody. But but it's yeah, like I just it's funny because I've met like we had a trip in where did we have a trip?
March.
Was it
Too long
March?
ago. Too long
It was
ago.
in
Yeah.
March, right? Where we all
Mhm.
met up for like the first time. It was
Yes.
Kamale, Nell, you, me, and Mish.
Hmm. Yeah.
And we also met a few of the Utah folks up there as well.
Yes.
Uh,
Isaiah.
right? Ioane.
Iwane.
Who
Iwane.
else are we forgetting?
Mr. Delta
Absolutely
himself.
funny.
Oh man.
Inoke.
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 Yeah.
Wait, but also I'm bad with names. The
Ingrid.
fire
Andy.
Ingrid, yes.
Andy.
Ingrid.
You
No,
just
but
shared her.
oh, but we met. Who came? She came to the house. She's got kids. She was at the airline now. She
Ingrid.
took my fire photos. No, not Ingrid. That's Monstera Mama.
Oh,
I feel bad because I forgot her name. I'm gonna shout her out after anyway. But
okay.
like it's funny how we all know each other now thanks to
Yeah.
Clubhouse and like we've kept those connections.
Yeah.
But like um, it's funny because isn't Nell in San Francisco right now?
Oh my gosh, yes. And you want to know
Right.
something?
What?
I didn't realize, but now when she came, I was like, "What are you here for?" I was like, "Oh, you here for someone? Where? Wait,
Oh,
give me a second. Give me a second." But yeah, yeah. um, I made flowers for her, for someone else, for her. Does that make sense?
oh, the one she posted.
Yes.
Those are beautiful.
Oh gosh, I'm just so happy that this is the second time I've seen her now,
Yeah.
in Oakland. Yeah, but
And
I'm so glad. And she was, yeah,
so
yeah.
you saw her today?
I saw her yesterday night. I was practicing for our taulunga for the church, but we're having our performance tonight, and I'll see her again. But yeah.
Ooh. So it's funny you bringing that up because I wanted to sort of hint at it as well. We
Hmm.
talked about it on Ben's episode, but I also want to bring light to it now because you're also very openly queer, but you go to church, which is
Yeah.
kind of common for Pacific Islanders. Whether
Hmm.
we're not open about it, we're forced to go to church, or we're open about it and we're just fierce in church. What
Yes.
has that? What has that been? How has that been for you?
Oof. Man, I'm very like open about. I like girls. I like guys, but I really like girls. No, I go to church every Sunday, and
Mhm.
I go to Bible study and do all the things. Like I know that there's people within the church that will not accept me for who I am. I don't care anymore because, like, I have my relationship with God, and me understanding scripture has nothing to do with anyone else having to accept me.
Mhm.
The only person that I want to accept me is Kelani. I would like her to accept me in her life.
Where's this?
Kelani is bad.
Who's that?
Girl, Kelani, bruh. The singer.
No. I'm so sorry. I
Anyway,
haven't kept up with music, which is weird because yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. Um, but yeah, being being a bisexual, like especially being Samoan, I go to a Samoan ward. I go to a Samoan church, and they, gosh, it's very judgmental. First of all, in church. Second of all, being Samoan, and being. I feel like being fafafinge is very much accepted, and I've talked about this before. Or I don't want to say accepted. I want to be very careful around this because I'm not fafafinge. But they have paved a way for themselves, and it is more. I'm trying to find a different word other than accepted within our community. It's just it's very normal to be. Oh gosh, normal is a terrible word, but I hope you understand like what I'm trying to say. Being fuffing is something that has been around in our culture for a very, very long time. Being fafa, being gay, man to man is not being, but being someone who likes women is very much outside of what I feel Samoan people as a whole, they do not like it. They don't talk about it. And it's the most unaccepted thing within our community, I feel. So it's hard going to church and kind of dealing with that judgment because they know I am. They see my TikToks. They tell me about it all the time. And yeah, when I made the post on my Instagram about like being very proud and bisexual Samoan woman now, got a lot of unfollows from people that didn't like that, and they've reached out to me and said, this is not God's will or God's way. I'm like, God's way is not what you say or what you do. No, I can still like women and men and still have my relationship with God and still be a person of the faith.
Oh, I was like, and be a queen. I was like, yes.
I can't Vogue very well, but I could be a queen for sure.
That part.
Yeah. I hope that answers your question.
No, it did. Yeah, I think it's important that that perseverance, but also that strength is very visible to the community. Times are changing, not fast enough, but they are, and it's because there are strong characters in our community who choose to put themselves in spaces to which we know that we deserve to exist, and I love that a lot. But I did want to go back to Kehlani, more specifically, and I asked this for Ben too, but like, Christmas is going to get cold, and you'd want somebody there with you. How has the dating life been? And because I'm putting you out there, I'll answer for myself. It's been very non-existent. I'm a tough post out with a fat ass and a love for Jesus, and I don't date. I don't put myself out there. It's just like I'm busy with work, and that's all. But like, what about you, Katarina?
Katarina does not do the dating scene, especially in the Bay.
Okay.
No. In Oregon, no. The pool of men and women is looking very Mayo-ish. Very, very. But you know what? I grew up really liking tall, white-faced men. I really did.
Oh, how
but
unfortunate.
I know. Is that? Did you say unfortunate?
All tea, all shade. How unfortunate.
Man, it got really dark in here. But what I liked tall, white, pasty men, but I dated mostly like brown and black women. Ooh. So it's like, I don't know. It was a little mix of all. But in Oregon, the dating pool, not so good. Out in the Bay, I just know all the people here. I don't want to. I just went to participate.
Makes pleasure with business and anything else.
Yeah, unless it's a business transaction. I don't know.
Okay, sex work is real work. Thank you for helping us ease into that.
You already know. Sex work is real work, okay?
Thank you.
Yes.
Amen. Get your coins and make sure they pay you before the deed is done. But okay, let's take another break and then we can come back. But But this break also highlights our amazing Sasha Samuelio and all the work that she's done with our COVID-19 programming here at Utopia, Washington. Specifically, just to highlight a few of the vaccination clinics that we've had. And to show you that we have a lot more coming up in the new year, 2022. Who knows what's going to come up? Like, what is it? Omicron? Might have some sisters and cousins like branching up all over the place. So we need to be careful. Get your vaccinations, get your boosters, stay masked up in public. What else is there? Keep yourself clean. Wash those hands all the time. And we're going to go to a short break to show you all that Utopia has done in the past week for vaccination clinics and plans for the future.
I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. I just want to see you.
Yeah, so that was a vaccination clinic that we had last week, Thursday, but we also had one the following week before on Tuesday, where Sasha hasn't announced numbers because we just did them, but I believe we vaccinated and gave boosters to a little over 50 to 60 people total, if not more. And we've been able to provide them with a lot of resources as well. So thank you so much, Sasha. And also, again, shout out to the amazing Jaren Goto, who makes all this magic happen, who puts everything together. He's an amazing person. He's a communications manager from heaven. So thank you so much, Jaren. This is our last segment of the show. But Katarina, so I know you have a beautiful baby boy. What are your plans for Christmas with him?
Unfortunately, he goes to his dad's house for Christmas, so it's just yeah. But I have him right now. But yeah, for sure.
That's beautiful. Okay, but like a little small vacation ain't hurt nobody. What are your plans then this Christmas?
This Christmas, I'm gonna give my body a heart. I don't think there's any takers.
Oh.
There
are, especially after this episode.
Oh. If you're from Vasco, please don't call me. Or from Mananotay.
Okay, not that. If we're related, don't touch me.
Yeah, if you're related, please no. Yeah, I wish I was going somewhere. I haven't taken a vacation since I went to Utah. Oh no, wait. I went back to Oregon, but that's not really vacation. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really doing anything, but yeah. What are you doing?
That's fair. What am I doing? I'm hibernating. I told myself I was gonna because my roommate is going home for Christmas. My husband is going home for Christmas. Brandon. And so it's just me and Carlo at the house. My original plan was like, you know what, Brandon, you're gonna work out every day that you're at home because you're just gonna stay home and just work out. But like, let's be real. My vacation starts next week Thursday, and I'm going to the grocery stores to buy all the ice cream and all the food that I don't have to put much effort into cooking because I'm just gonna stay home and watch movies with Carlo and like pretend to work out but not work out.
I love it.
And I come back to work on my birthday, so
what's your birthday?
Stressed and January 3rd.
January 3rd? All right, for sure. I'm putting that in my calendar. Woo!
Oh, no, let's not do that. No.
You turning what? 24?
Oh, how sweet! Even though I know I don't look it. Thank you. I'm turning a very healthy. I'm turning a very healthy 24 plus 5. So let's just leave it at that.
You only look 24. Okay.
Oh, stop it. Well, the last two sections, which I've done with my previous guests, I want to do with you as well. Are there two PI folks that you just want to shout out that are doing great work, no matter what the work is? Who are they?
So I would obviously want to shout out Mish. Again,
right.
let me just too low for looking ugly, but
whatever.
This is the crew neck. It's very much softness. Just
Okay.
little cute design. Her Instagram is love mish. Again,
Mm-hmm.
she's a beautiful content creator. She makes a lot of different content about mental health within the poly community, PI community.
Right.
My apologies.
Right.
And just being open about her life experiences as well, and just an amazing, amazing woman. And then the other person I would love to shout out is Tosh Love. It is TAWSHLAV, and she is a PI artist within our community. She makes her own designs. She makes clothes, calendars. The
Ooh.
calendar that I have, and unfortunately I cannot find, it has all the things, beautiful art that you can look at, and there's Psalm one words in it, and you just learn your culture, and you can see like Samoan, Tongan, Fijian, Micronesian, Melanesian, like all the beautiful artwork is done by her, and
Oh,
yeah, I'm just in awe of her work, and I've followed her for such a long time. So please go support your PI community, and yeah, I love them
we love
both.
that.
They're very
Okay, come through
supportive.
with the PI woman power. We love.
Yes, we love it.
Okay, we are going to end our as we have ended all of our shows, all two of them, with a word association.
Oh my god.
And so I would like for you to just say the first things that come to mind.
Dick.
No, the first things that come to mind when I say something, and
Oh,
then
yo.
you respond. We're gonna keep that in there. And so our first word is Bay Area.
What's up with it?
Mm, adoption.
What? Trauma.
Trauma. TikTok.
A lot of work. Is it
Mm.
like one word for the association?
No, it's whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Whatever the initial gut reaction is.
Oh, well, my initial gut reaction is addicted to TikTok. So
Mm.
yeah.
It's so hard to not watch. I like
Um,
find my I would rather watch TikTok than watch TV. Like
Amen.
that's how addicting TikTok is.
Yeah.
Um Katarina, I forgot it again. What is the app called? Clubhouse! Clubhouse! Clubhouse, that's the word. Clubhouse.
Forget. It
Um,
was really bad.
One more word. I'm trying to think. Ooh. Well, to Christmas.
Adoption. My adoption. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then bad bitch.
The taposa right here in
Ah!
my view, my very visually pleasing baby boo. What's
Oh,
up?
whatever.
Between my hair.
Well, Katarina, I just want to thank you for your time. Um, you're also the last episode of the year before we move into the new year, to which I'm excited to announce that our La Lima cultural program coordinators and program manager will be spearheading the show. And I'm excited for everything that they have planned, for all the guests that they're going to bring on. But I am just very grateful for the time that you've given us and that we've been able to share a lot of your story. I'm about to blow you up. Katarina is very vocal about everything she does, whether it's her personal life, her personal lived experience, the subject matter, and the intersectionality of her life as a Pacific Islander, as a queer person, as a child and queen of God, as an adoptee. And there's a lot of heavy subject matter when it comes to that, but you approach it in a way that's very informational for those of us who have no idea, have never been taught those things, never had the chance to learn about it and know about it. But also, you are a shining beacon of light for your fellow adoptees who didn't have the chance to voice their concerns, their feelings, their emotions, their lived experience. Um, so again, I just hope that tonight's episode inspires all of our younger Katarinas, all of our younger Jarens, all of our younger Brandons, all of our younger cutie pies who, are going through it the way we've gone through it, but see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, there's a lot of fun to be had with other cutie pies at the light at the end of the tunnel, like how I've been very fortunate to have with Katarina and all of our amazing friendships that we've been able to grow along the way. So again, Katarina, just thank you so much.
Thank you.
So grateful for you.
I'm so excited for the rest of your episodes to just watch you shine and grow. You're one of my favorite people on this freaking earth because
Oh,
look at you. Look at you. I love you.
look
I love
at her. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes.
much. Well, without further ado, this is the end of the episode. This is the end of the season of 2021 for Tugu After Dark, but we are coming back strong in 2022. And again, just so grateful for you, Katarina. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a great rest of your year. I'm sad that your son will be going to his father's for Christmas, but that now gives you the chance to go hit up all the clubs, all the strip clubs, or just stay home and Netflix and chill and eat all the foods like I plan to do.
You know what? That sounds good. That sounds
It's
good.
everybody watching. Okay, not the booty call. But everybody, everybody watching, have a safe night. This is the last episode of the year, so have a great rest of your year. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Get your masks up in public. Get your boosters if you haven't already. And yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. You don't have to go home. You don't have to go to sleep. But just take care of yourselves. So again, thank you so much, and good night.
Manuela Pope.
Yes.
No.
You better get that booty call, okay? He been bothering our show the whole night.